Alright, removing the starter off a 2010 Sequoia. It's the same thing as a 2007 to what, 2022, 21 Toyota Tundra. Anyhow, just remove the fender liners, pull off the clips, do the same thing for front. Of course, jack it up, remove the wheels so you have some room to work with. Then you're going to remove 3 10mm bolts to get rid of the heat shield right here. So there you go, 1, 2 right there on the right, and another 10mm towards the front. So depending on where you're at, these may just come off pretty easy. If not, then they may break off. So this one broke off. The bracket broke off. Looks like it rusted off, and then as I was trying to move the bolt, it just twisted and then just sheared off. So once you remove that first set, it'll expose a second set. So this second set is actually kind of something like, there you go, something like this. I think it went something like this. I don't remember. So you're gonna remove the second one here. Just remove the 10mm bolts, which is accessible from the sides right there, and then you're gonna slide this down out of the way, and then it'll expose this right there. So this is actually tricky because you have this right there, and this bolt's fed through from the back side outwards, or inside outwards. So you'll need a gear wrench like this on the opposite side, and then just work it out. Hopefully it doesn't break on you, and then it'll expose the starter like such, and then you'll start working out the 2 long bolts, 14mm bolts from the back side. So what I did was I went ahead and clamped off the lines right there. So these are the water cooler, oil cooler lines, whatever you want to call them. So I got these from Harbor Freight, the little hose clamp pincher things. I think they're like 16 bucks or something like that. And now pinched it off. So the other story here is that I had my transmission rebuilt about 30,000 miles ago. I have like 260,000 miles on this truck. So when they rebuilt it, they bent this bracket, and so the actual tube was actually rubbing against my downpipe right here from the header flange, and so luckily it didn't rub a hole in it, so I was fortunate enough to catch it. And also found out that my breather tube is just dangling out here in the back, so this is actually supposed to be I believe on the firewall. So looks like they broke it off or whatever the case may be. So I gotta reroute that back up and see if there's any breaks in it. But yeah, back to the story. So there's a long ass 14mm bolt right here. That's the bottom side of the starter. And there's another one at the very top. Let's see if I can zoom in here for you. See, I'm looking at the camera here, so focus. Oh, there we go. Let me move it. So where's that damn light? Oh, sorry, y'all. Alright. So as you can just kind of see right there, there's the bolt right there in the center. If I can get the damn thing to focus. Sorry, I'm on my phone here. But yeah, let's see if I'll point to it. So it's right there. So you're gonna use some long ass extensions, some wall extensions, and then break it free. So let's see. Let's see what I use. What the hell do I use? Alright. Here we go. So this is what I use right there. So 3/8 extension with a 1/2 adapter, or 1/2 adapter extension, just to give me some torque, some weight on it to break the nut free, with a short stubby 14mm at the end. Alright, next up, I'm gonna undo that. Oh yeah, so fair warning, just make sure you disconnect the battery, otherwise when you're trying to pull the heat shield off, you're gonna create some sparkies, and that's not a good thing here. You're going to blow out some fuses or whatnot. So let's not do that. So just make sure you disconnect the battery. So I'm going to remove that right there, and then be careful removing the solenoid switch, and then back the starter out to where I can finagle the solenoid right there, undo it, the two 10mm bolts, and then fish it down under here in between the arm, right in this space right here, and then bust out the new one. So here you can see the new one. This is the new part number. There's a new part number right there. Supposedly this is a smaller design, so once I get it out, sorry, let me go zoom out right there. So once I just compare it, and we'll see what the difference is. So new part number. Let's see, there you go. And then there's the man, focus, and it's not working. Not liking it. Try it again. There's the old stuff right there. Oh, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna work it out now. All right. So zoom out. So I undid the power cable. It looks like the transmission shop broke the clip here for the solenoid. So I'm gonna just pray it stays in. Maybe put a dab of silicone or something just to kind of keep together. Just lovely. More hack job stuff from a transmission shop. So hopefully they know how to rebuild transmissions, and this thing lasts another 15 plus years. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Alright, let's try to fish this starter out. So I got my 4-wheel drive hand in between under little control arm. Just kind of move it back and forth. Get this orange out of the way. Alright. Just tucking it out of the way. Alright. So, trying to keep it on focus here. Let me lock this focus. Lock it. Lock it. Alright. Got locked. Pulling it out. And I'm twisting it towards the engine block. Just kind of shimmying it down. So all right. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to move those two 10mm to remove the solenoid out, and just give me some more room to fish it down below here. Hold up, pause. So, you see the 10mm here. I'm just removing the solenoids. So, first bolt and the second bolt in the back, and hopefully I'll have some more room to pull it out. Alright, let's try to move the solenoid out. Pull it. Alright, this is kind of hard doing it with one hand. So basically what you have to do is kind of pull it out and lift up, trying to get it out of it. So, not to make this thing longer, I think the solenoid went out to where it wasn't pushing out the Bendix, if that's the right part, to engage the flywheel here. So it was just spin. But yeah, hold on one second. Well, got the solenoid out. Time to fish out the starter out. So just reach down. Make sure I don't drop my. Alright, I need to get on there, just get a better visual. Alright. Just turn the light. Alright. Oh. Looks like I might drop the transfer. Yeah, I might have to undo this and see if I can get more room to get the CV axle out of the way. So I'm gonna see if I can probably lower this guy out just to give me some more room to work with to get the starter out. Alright, so I didn't have to do anything else. It's now playing Tetris with this starter. So it's kind of hard to see here. So what you're gonna do is you kind of rotate the starter. I don't know if this angle's gonna work it out. So just kind of wiggle and bam, she's out. Alright, so she's out. Doesn't look too bad, but for some reason, so yeah, so what was happening is the solenoid wasn't engaging to kick the Bendix gear out to engage the flywheel right here. So it was stuck in this position, it was just spinning. And if you keep on doing it, you're gonna give like a crankshaft position A error just because it's not detecting the crankshaft. But yeah, hopefully we'll do the same thing with the old one, the new one. So where's that damn solenoid? Alright, so here's the old solenoid, and so this will have to engage and fit into the fork right there. So you're gonna go up, angle down, where it locks in. And then I'm gonna just test this, see what's going on and why it's dead. So it's kind of sticking, not so much. But here's a new one. So comparison, this will go in a whole lot easier. Comparison of size right there. So I know it's the same. But the actual motor and winding supposedly more efficient, better than the old one right here. This is like has a good 1 inch more body to it. Let's compare. Let's compare. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a little longer, maybe. I could probably measure it too. Maybe a little tighter in circumference, but yeah, this should go in a whole lot easier. So yeah, installations, reverse. I'll pull this out and then fish it back in. All right, pulled the new solenoid out to make installation a little bit easier. So this is the reason why my starter gave out, because good spring, no stickiness, it's not catching. Old one. See, it's lost that springiness to it, and it's kind of sticking. So I can probably get a new solenoid, probably $30–40, and then have a spare starter here, since I know this is still good. And then or maybe I can probably just rebuild this one and then just have a spare handy whenever I need it. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and install this back in, and should be good to go.